The atom. Okay. This video will be on the wonder of the built what some people call the building blocks of the universe. But we'll see about that. Okay, before I start talking about atoms, okay, all my videos I've used a picture of Horus for my kind of what I look like. But I've accidentally used the Egyptian god Ra instead of the Egyptian god Horus. Both have falcons on their heads, so if I ever do a video on Egyptian gods, I just gotta say they have too many gods with falcon heads. They have a lot of gods, like 90% of them have animal heads. Anyway, it's time to learn about the atom. Okay, before we get into what actually talking about atoms, I just gotta talk about what's kind of fiction about them. If you get hit by a radioactive one, you're not likely gonna get superpower. You're likely gonna get radioactive. You're gonna probably get radioactive poisoning. It happened to Marie Curie and her husband. It can happen to you. Don't mess with it unless you have a hazmat suit on. And don't even try to put it in your body, even if it's one of the low level ones. And you can't. And some films say, man becomes as small as an atom. No, that's again not physically possible. You just keep just getting. If you got smaller, or you would just become. Your molecular structure would just become simpler. If you became microscopic, likely your atoms would be simple, unless you're I guess it kind of makes sense if you miniaturize them, but still, it doesn't really make sense to me. Okay, let's just talk about who got the idea for the atom. First, there was a Greek dude called Democritus. He theorized that an atom. He named atom the word atom after the Greek word atomus, which means indivisible, aka a fundamental particle, which means basically it can't be split in two. And to continue, in the early 1800s, there was a man named John Dalton. He theorized that atoms were the lowest level of particles that still were that kind of particle. Like, say you had, there was a particle named bobium, and that if you keep going down, a bobium atom would be the lowest level that you could get. And eventually, and then a little while later, people found out that atoms weren't fundamental, aka that you couldn't go down anymore. They found out that there were three areas of an atom. There are three kinds of parts of the atom. There are the electrons, but I'll just tell you about it. Okay, there's a town called Atom Town, and there's a guy named Proton. He's excited, he's funky, he's really funny, positive. Then there's this cool old guy who's just meh about everything. His name's Neutron. And then there's the goth of the town, Electron, who's very, very, very negative. I'm telling you about this because those are the names of each kind of the particle. The electron is negatively charged and goes around the nucleus, which includes the which includes the neutrons and the protons. Now you'd think that is the bottom of it. Not just yet. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of look at the ion and particle accelerators. I'm probably gonna do a whole video just on ions. On advantage if I ever have to do a report on these. An ion. Okay, basically, if you take a electron, or if an electron is forced or removed from a atom, then that atom becomes a ion. Some particles usually tend to leave atoms. Those are called cations, and they become positively charged. And then there's aions, which tend to take atoms. Those atoms tend to bond together when they're close, like chlorine, and that can create something I like to call a particle, aka an element. Well, not an element. A particle, like water. 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Just that simple. And until like less than 100 years ago, we thought finally this was the end of the lowest level. Again, stuff like just add like the protons and electrons and neutrons, lowest level. Okay, now time to talk a bit about the kinds of things that are actually smaller than those. And there's actually things smaller than those. Those beneath the smaller things. So I can also do a video on this, honestly. Okay. There was a bunch of things. Okay. Let's talk about something called cosmic rays. And no, it's not the thing that can give you superpowers like once an average mild-mannered boy gets hit by cosmic radiation, becomes as C4K man. He can run as fast as a cheetah. He can run faster than a peregrine falcon can fly. He can fly faster than a peregrine falcon. He can swim better than a peregrine falcon. That is not really a superpower. He has laser eyes. It's C4K man. That's just like cheap. No. There are actually photons, electrons, and neutrons that are beamed down from stars, and they are bombarding planets usually, like Earth. And no, it doesn't do any harm. So, and actually, we discovered that when one of those little tiny bitty particles gets hit by a cosmic ray, it actually disintegrates and forms other things. And then, so scientists started trying this, and it took a while. So people started making something called a particle accelerator and colliders. I can't talk too much about it. I could do it in another video, honestly. I'll just talk about there's linear or linear ones, and there's synchrotrons which go around and around, and then there's some other kind called a cyclotron, which kind of sounds like a transformer who can turn into a bicycle. That's funny. And even then, there's things smaller called quarks and something else's. I could do a video on this easily. So leave a comment below if you want to see another video about on these little thingies. Okay, the periodic table of elements. This also could make a good video, I'm just saying. But the periodic table of elements will be your best friend once you hit chemistry and a bit of physics. I haven't done those classes yet because I'm not even in middle school yet. A little bit of a fact. Anyway, so this includes a bunch of different kinds of stuff, but these are like individual atoms. They don't cover particles like water and bronze. It just goes simple. And it goes down and down. For example, there's hydrogen. Hydrogen is number 1. It has an electron. And then helium, it has 2 electrons. Lithium, 3. Beryllium, 4. Boron, 5. Carbon, 6. Nitrogen, 7. Oxygen, 8. Fluorine, 9. Neon, 10. Etc., 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 etc. There's actually, I think currently we have up to 118 elements, and there's still definitely others to be discovered. And some of these are actually radioactive, which are, like I said, are rays that can severely damage your health, so don't play with it if you even have access, which you probably don't. Anyway, these are all kinds of elements. Every single one. They even have one called uranium. Joke. And it was named after Uranus. Oh my god. There's also one called radium. Not very realistic. Original. But not original creativity, honestly. Not in this video, at least. This is actually a very cool way because they organize it. They have non-metals, noble gases, alkali metals. I don't think all noble gases are actually gases. I think actually most of them are. But non-metals are everything can be a gas or a solid. I really want to see what happened if neon was solid. And if you put electricity through it, would it still glow? That would be perfect for a movie set. Yeah, I've been ranting on this for a while now. Yeah. Thank you for watching my video. There's several subtopics I could go over on the topic of atoms, and they have helped sci-fi and the genres of sci-fi and heroes grow for many, many years. And we still have so much technology we could use with them. Again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'm sorry that I try to use Horus, but I accidentally used Raw for my little thing I use at the start and end of every video. I am planning to start animating, and again, if you see one of them, it got a guy with an atom for a head. Well, please, it's me. It's also, I didn't actually talk about the atomic model that much, but I can do a video on that later. Bye.